Former British Prime Minister Tony Blair has been named the first member of Donald Trump's new Gaza plan.
To ensure the success of this effort, my plan calls for the creation of a new international oversight body, the Board of Peace. And one of the people that wants to be on the board is the UK former Prime Minister Tony Blair. Good man, very good man.
To many in the Middle East, the mere mention of his name recalls his bloody legacy in the region, along with a career boosted by pro-Israel lobbying. Here's a look.
America and our friends and allies join with all those who want peace and security in the world, and we stand together to win the war against terrorism. America has no truer friend than Great Britain.
On Tuesday night, I gave the order for British forces to take part in military action in Iraq. Tonight, British servicemen and women are engaged from air, land and sea. Their mission, to remove Saddam Hussein from power and disarm Iraq of its weapons of mass destruction.
The result, an illegal war that contributed to the destabilization of the Middle East, all under a pretext that was later proven wrong. The estimated human cost, about 500,000 deaths, and the displacement of over 6 million Iraqis, with many forced into refugee camps for years. In spite of all the bloodshed, Blair's brutal actions in Iraq won him the US Presidential Medal of Freedom, granted to him by former US President George W. Bush, who was the mastermind of the invasion of Iraq. Blair did not win the medal overnight. He built his destructive career over the years. Born in May 1953 in Edinburgh, Scotland, he rose up through the UK's Labour Party and became Prime Minister in 1997. During his ascent, he became a member of the Labour Friends of Israel, and his political career is closely tied to Zionist figures, one of them being Michael Levy. Levy, a key figure in Jewish Leadership Council, an umbrella organization bringing together Israeli groups, reportedly raised more than £12 million for Blair's 1997 campaign and was later appointed as Blair's personal Middle East envoy in 2000. After leaving office in 2007, Blair served as Middle East envoy for the Quartet of International Powers, the US, EU, UN and Russia until 2015. He also founded Tony Blair Institutes for Global Change, a consultancy advising countries such as Kazakhstan, Saudi Arabia and Rwanda, as well as individual corporations, reportedly earning tens of millions of dollars. He also earned hundreds of thousands from public speaking engagements and board roles. In 2016, the Chilcot Inquiry was launched to investigate the UK's role in the Iraq War, examining whether the government had misled the public, how key decisions were made, and why post-war planning had failed.
The government's preparations failed to take account of the magnitude of the task of stabilising, administering, and reconstructing Iraq, and of the responsibilities which were likely to fall to the UK.
In response, Blair offered a half-baked apology.
I accept that the report makes serious criticisms of the way decisions were taken. And again, I accept full responsibility for these points of criticism, even where I do not fully agree with them.
In spite of his role in devastating Iraq, Blair was appointed a Knight Companion of the Order of the Garter in 2022, one of Britain's highest honours. But many remember him differently.
This man should be arrested for war crimes. JP Morgan paid him off for the Iraq War. 3 months after we invaded Iraq, he held up the Iraq Bank for $20 billion. He was then paid $6 million every year and still is from JP Morgan 6 months after he left office. The man is a war criminal.
Tony Blair, war criminal.